What is up, guys? DwkVideos. I make military content, put on the internet for you to enjoy. If you want to boost my ego, I'm really handsome, so I made an Instagram. It's DonnieKlein_. I think we're sitting at like 4.5, 4.6K, something like that. Let's get to 10, boys. Today we're actually going to be answering questions from my Instagram DMs, so let's jump into it. Matthew McClellan, 46. If you want to be a corpsman, do you have to go through Marine training also? This is a yes and no training. So, yes and no answer? Fuck. So, basically, corpsmen go with Marines as our sea duty. You can go to a ship, and I've seen corpsmen go their entire career without going greenside. However, you are very likely to end up with the Marines if you stay in. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub said, "Hi Donnie, I'm currently having difficulty getting to go to MEPS for my physical because of a knee surgery I had when I was 12. I went to my personal doctor and they cleared me, but there is a holdup at MEPS for some reason. If they don't clear me to go to MEPS for a physical, is there a process I could go through to get clearance? Thanks, dude, your vids are awesome." Bruno, stop. So, essentially what I did for my shoulder surgery, if you guys didn't know, I was disqualified from the Navy originally. I went and got a physical therapist recommendation, then I got the surgeries recommendation, and I sent that both up with my package to MEPS. Eventually, I got cleared. What's up, Donnie? I have a question about the Navy. I want to make a career out of the Navy. I tried college for a semester, and it just wasn't for me. Each time I stutter, it's not because like I can't read. Like people are writing it all weird. I'm assuming maybe they're using text-to-speech. I don't know. But he wrote "wants" for me. I'm not that dumb, you guys. When you hear me stuttering on these questions, it's because they're writing like incorrectly. I'm currently 18 and want to be a Navy EOD tech. Coming home after being away is tough, and I want to join the Navy ASAP, but I'm not sure if I'm in a good place to start the Spec Op entry program. Would it be realistic to pick another rate like MA, serve a few years, then try to make my transition to Spec Ops for my future enlistment? I'm going to MEPS next week. I say don't wait and try out as fast as you can. Get the job you want as fast as you can. Why wait? Why beat around the bush? Jimin's Giggles, hello there. I'm shipping out to boot camp this week and I'm going to be a corpsman. You mentioned a Quizlet in one of your videos. Would it be possible for me to take a look? So I've gotten at least 6 questions about the Quizlet stuff this week. It's just my name. It's Don W. Klein, and the medical stuff in there was from when I went to Corps school like 4.5 years ago. So I don't think it's as relevant. But there's other medical stuff in there if you want to take a look. Zach Curran 13. Hey Donnie, I'm currently a freshman in college and getting all my paperwork and college stuff straightened out. But anyways, I'm in the process of joining the Navy, but through the reserves. And I was thinking about joining as a corpsman. Is it possible if you could give me any extra information on this career? Thank you and hope to hear from you soon. Sup broski. I have like 1,000 videos on Corpsman. LOL. There we go. Not the answer he was looking for, but it's the answer he needed. You know what's funny? I get these comments on my YouTubes. You should do a video on Gunner's Mate. It's like, I've done 3. Thanks for watching my channel. Chris Wesley 3. What's up, dude? I watched your videos before I joined the Navy. Now I'm almost in 4 years. I remember seeing you at the Naval Hospital in Great Lakes when I was in P days. What's up, broski? Me love you long time. Alright. It's too long. I try to reply. Some people get mad when I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna post the answer in a video. They're like, oh. It's like, dude, sometimes it's long. This one's really long. How you doing, Petty Officer Klein? My name's Michael Kale. I'm enlisted sailor out of high school. Forgot the term that is used for that. You're Depton. I have a few questions regarding HM specialties and such. So I'm currently being processed to an HM contract, just waiting for an opening because I got strong-armed into an LS contract, which I hate, but it's whatever. But I'm really interested in medicine and combat medicine, and I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about the SARC pipeline. I absolutely want to serve with the Marines, obviously going greenside, but I also want to do more than just serve. I want to go out there and fight alongside Marines. When I heard about SARC, I was instantly intrigued. Originally, I PST'd for an air contract, but regret that decision as it has nothing to do with what I want to do. Before learning about the SARC, I wanted to re-PST for a SEAL contract, but I learned about the SARCs and what they do not far after. I'm really confused on how to become a SARC as all my research has come to not really clearing up the pathway. I know you have to pass A school, but after that I'm lost. I thought it would be like getting a Navy spec war contract, and I would have to PST. But there's no real explanation for this, and I'm hoping you would know more about it. Luckily you do. If you guys don't know SARC, these are corpsmen that want to go with Marine Recon or Marine Raiders. It's a Spec Ops for Marine Corps. So what you're gonna do, you can try out when you're in A school, but you're mostly gonna try out an FMTB. You go to Corps School in Fort Sam Houston for becoming a corpsman. You're gonna do basic EMT, basic nursing. After that, you go to FMTB, Field Medical Training Battalion. This is where you'll get 8404, you'll learn advanced emergency medicine, and you can go with Marines. Out of there, they're gonna say, who wants to try out for Marine Spec Op? There you can try out, do their 3 mile, their pull-ups, and their sit-ups. And if you blow that out of the fucking water, then you have the opportunity to go to reconnaissance course, which is in California. If you pass that, you get to go to additional training schools like jump, dive, whatever, and then you get to be a SARC corpsman. Boom! I'm actually working with some right now. Super cool guys. Go team. One of them brought a patient up. I thought this was like the funniest encounter because they do all spec ops stuff, right? And we're in like a clinic setting, and he brought a patient up and he's like, yeah, I don't do this like BAS stuff. How do I, like something super normal that you just do in a clinic? Because he's so used to like the spec op medicine that didn't know what to do in like a regular clinic setting like a corpsman. But still, nonetheless, yeah, if you want to be badass, that's the way to do it. Taven Warren said, yo, quick question. Have you heard ACA school being intense? I've seen your video on the high suicide rate because of the stress, but I want to know if you know any ACs. If so, have they talked about their experience in A school? So, while I was on an underway for a MU, Marine Expeditionary Unit on a ship, when I sat down at lunch, I actually sat next to an AC. She told me a little about it, and I brought up the suicide thing. I'm like, you guys have like the highest suicide rate. And they're like, yeah, it's not really like that because the military enforces like you can only work X amount of hours as an AC. So you actually get time off. It's I guess it might be the civilian side that's contributing to the suicide rate, or the other branches that are contributing to the suicide rate, because apparently she really liked her job. So it's probably not going to be that intense. Maybe my last video, because I made a video about AC, and the #1 thing you find when you Google air traffic controllers is the high suicide rate. Bruno, I swear to God.
Bruno.
He looked back at you and at me like 3 times like, oh, am I in trouble? So, next video by Air Diver. Can you please do a video on your FMS medical bag? Just want to see the combat medical bag for the Mariana? Okay, well, he's asking basically about my medical bag that I actually had to turn back into my last command because I'm going to this new command for the upcoming deployment. There's a shortage on medical bags, so I actually don't have one right now. I have to go grab one out of an A mall once I get back on the ship. But what you carry in your medical bag is pretty much up to the corpsman and what you feel comfortable with. Like, don't carry around a bunch of crikes if you don't feel comfortable cutting someone's throat open. Obviously, have something to follow the March P algorithm, like massive hemorrhaging, so you want to have a bunch of tourniquets, chest seals, stuff to clot wounds. Airway, you want King LT tubes, or the new little squishy thing that looks like a penis. Nasal pharyngeal airways, oral pharyngeal airways, circulatory head and hypothermia, you want like SAM splints, fucking blankets, you can carry around finger splints, medication pouch, that's important. Honestly, it's whatever you want to bring. There's not a defined you have to bring X, Y, and Z unless your unit implements it. And normally the only things that are like you have to bring are like IVs and tourniquets. Everything else is like up to the corpsman. GP17 said, hey, I recently signed for air crew and I'm about to contract for air rescue. There's not a lot of YouTube videos about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me what it's all about. GP17, I'll do my best. So basically air rescue are these guys who will go with rotary wing squadrons, and they'll normally be stationed at strategic squadrons across the US, and then overseas these guys will go into terrain, jump out of a fucking moving helicopter into the ocean, and basically save dudes' lives. Now, you don't have to be in the ocean. You can be like in the jungle, the wilderness, in the deserts, whatever. You're pretty much going to be an aerial support that comes in, lowers down, grabs someone, you bring them back up to the air rescue corpsman, and the corpsman should be able to save their life from there on out. I actually met a Coast Guard guy who was air rescue, and he like jumped out of a plane into like rough oceans, went into a cave, and saved some like Filipino dude. Crazy. Crazy. Good luck, man. Alright guys, if you want to see more questions or ask your own, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Do not forget to do that, and I'll see you in the next one.